I have an object that's been sitting in my studio for a few weeks and remains in the wrapper. It's a face mask. Now, when I go shopping, I know that there are a lot of people out there who say I'm not going to wear a mask whatsoever. I have the view that a local business, if it says wear a mask, please, when you come in, I'll do my best. I don't have a medical excuse. I'm not going to make one up. So if it makes them happy, I bought myself a package of cheap masks, these blue ones you pull over your face and you can use them temporarily. But I have this. I picked this up at one of my local groceries a few weeks ago. Apparently, it's more than just a mask. You can wear it in all sorts of different ways, as you can see there. And then on the flip side, there's all sorts of cool things. So I guess when you're done, when the pandemic passes, you can use it in all sorts of S&M practices you might have. Just saying, I haven't had any use for it here at the office, and it looks as if it's one of these gaiters, which I'm told is the least effective type of mask you can wear, and yet you see a lot of people who have them on. The other day, Joe Biden did an interview with the Clinton News Network, and he said that on Inauguration Day, he is going to be asking Americans to wear masks for 100 days. That's all, not 101, not 102, but 100 days, just so we can beat down this virus. Notice, though, he didn't say, I'm going to mandate it. That's because he can't. Let's make this clear. Despite the clamor from mainstream media, nationally, you cannot do this. Health issues are really the purview of state and local governments. So while you may see governors doing this around the country, the ridiculous one, Governor Sisolak over in Nevada, ordered people before Thanksgiving to wear masks even in their homes. I guess he was going door to door and checking to make sure, or he's going to move in with people just periodically to frighten them into doing it. That'll be deterrence because you never know where he's going to be lurking. So you got Biden telling people they have to do this, but he can't really make you do it. Mainstream media applauds him. But if he's asking them to do it starting January 20th, and by then the vaccine is going to be making its way through the country, why doesn't he just say now? Gee, I'd like to urge all of you on December 5th or December 6th or December 7th to wear masks for 100 days. If this thing is so critical, why are we going to wait until sometime in January? Media didn't really delve into that or offer us any explanation. The other part of all of this masking, there's a campaign currently running in my home state of Idaho. I see it on television all the time. And you have all of these people who, number one, either had COVID and said they didn't believe in masks and now they do, or you have a lot of healthcare workers who say, please wear them. Dr. Scott Atlas was appearing last night. Was it last night? He was appearing on Fox News Channel with Laura Ingraham on the Ingraham Angle, and she was asking, does the science really back up the news that masks, that they actually have an impact?
Well, the short answer is no. I mean, I don't know how to say articulate it a little clearer than that. People keep saying it's about the science, and then they act contrary to the science. I mean, I think that the country really needs to figure out this, allow the free exchange of ideas, by the way, without fear of intimidation or rebuke.
When he says, they keep saying it's about the science, unless, of course, you're actually an elected politician. You see, once you get elected to a city council or a mayor or as a governor, then you're suddenly immune. So you don't have to wear a mask, and you can go to expensive French restaurants and sit next to people without wearing masks and have a nice dinner. If the science is so spot on about this, why are these people then violating their own orders? That's where the doubt starts to seep in with the public. I had a mask on while I was shopping on Saturday morning. Went to the store very early, before 7 o'clock. I try to get in on weekends as early as I can because it's not very crowded. And it's got nothing to do with being fearful that someone's going to hack all over me and give me a deadly disease. I just don't like standing in line at the checkout for very long. And when the store is not crowded, you can go in, you can throw a bunch of things in your cart, and then you can be out the door, and when everyone else is still sound asleep for the most part. But I was walking around the store this morning, and it had been cold. I had to scrape the windshield before I even got in the car. And then I drove a few blocks to the grocery store. It's straight up the hill, about 3 blocks. I got out of the car and slapped the mask on. Immediately, my glasses fogged over. But one thing I've always noticed when I'm out in the cold weather and you go into a heated place, it isn't long before my nose starts to run. Not a lot, but a little. Now it's running while I'm wearing a mask. What am I supposed to do? So I pulled the mask down under my chin, pulled out my trusty handkerchief and wiped my nose. Nobody seemed to really notice. People were running around. The people who stock shelves are in early in the morning. The potato chip guy, the cookie distributor, the guys from Pepsi and Coca-Cola, they were too busy to notice. But I had to do that. And I'm not the only person who has to do this on a regular basis. A woman at Albertsons told me a couple of weeks ago, I was checking out and she was sharing with me that my glasses wouldn't fog over if I would fold this thing up underneath them. Then when I do that, my glasses start falling off. So there's no real way around this other than to say it's not working. And if I feel I'm sick, I'm not going to go to the grocery store anyway. I'm going to stay home and pull something out of the freezer and just heat that up. Some thoughts for today, though, for these politicians who cannot follow their own orders. If this continues, all order in this country is going to break down, and it's going to break down quickly. That's a frightening thought, because we may be in a situation. You've already got one side of the country who feels that we just had an election hijacked. They're not in what you'd call a playful mood. Just saying. Got to run. I do want to point out, if you like our videos, you can click on the subscribe button. You can also leave comments in the comments section below. My name is Bill Colley. That's Irish for anyone who wants to know. When people, birth registrars, found out through Connemara and Galway and in Western Ireland that they were asking people for pronunciations, they couldn't understand a word they were saying. These were English birth registrars, and it was just like, Colley, which is actually more of a Welsh type of word, or from Yorkshire. But I can be heard on weekday mornings between 6 and 10 a.m. Mountain Time on News Radio 1310 KLIX in Twin Falls, Idaho. If you're outside our transmitter range, all you have to do is go click on the Listen Live button at our website, newsradio1310.com, or download our app for your smartphone. And soon I hope to actually have a video up with my broadcast partner, Jake Smith, and we'll be delving into all of these subjects with a little bit more detail.